I know it's Corona time and we can't go anywhere, but I have a performance and I thought what a better time than to share with you my performance tips. So yeah, there's this big I'm nervous thinking about performance. I have been doing this since I was 3 and I have been performing on stage since I was 3 and I still get nervous. It is normal. I mean, I had to sing the other night in front of people and that didn't go well because I was nervous. The thing is though, being nervous is normal and there's nothing you can do about it. But there is. So my first tip is, although it sounds cheesy, I literally jump up and down and shake out my hands and breathe in and out. And then just try and focus myself. Second tip, do not, if it's like half an hour before the show, go to the bathroom, 10 minutes, go to the bathroom. But as you're backstage, do not go to the bathroom. That is just your nerves talking to you. You do not need the bathroom. Trust me, the moment you get off that stage, you will not need the bathroom unless it's like a 3-hour show. But you will not need the bathroom because it was just your nerves working, or that's how it is for me. The third tip is, if you're nervous about a quick change, practice it. If you're nervous about a choreography, go over it. But don't go over it so much that you start to forget the choreography. Then you should stop immediately. I've done it countless times. I'd sit there and I go, okay, let me go over my modern routine. And I go over it and over it and I go, crap, I forgot what's after the pas de bourrée. I'm gonna fail. And then you start just psyching yourself up for failure and you will. If you go, okay, stop. Let's go think about, I'm so nervous. Stop. Let's think about something else. And then we'll get back to that. Or watch a video if you have, or listen to the song. The song always helps. But don't go over the routine without the song because that is just gonna freak you out. I can't talk, I'm so nervous. Okay, give me a second. I don't know which number, but hydrate yourself. There's nothing worse than going on stage with a dry mouth because you're sweaty, you just did a piece, and now all you're focusing is on your dry mouth. But don't drink too much water that you focus on peeing. There's a fine balance. And also, don't eat 5 minutes beforehand. Eat like at least half an hour before. If you feel hungry and it's like an hour to half an hour before, eat then. But don't eat in 5 minutes before you go on stage. You're gonna feel full, or don't drink too much water 5 minutes before. Because you know when you jump and the water shakes in you? Exactly that. Also, do not forget to warm up. Even if your teachers don't tell you to. Take and do a nice proper long warm up. So that half an hour beforehand, go and warm yourself up. Don't sit on your phone. I don't address this later in the video, so I'm addressing it now. Don't be on your phone. You'll be so distracted that you won't be able to focus. Just don't be on your phone. Go into a corner, do cardio, do strengthening, do limbering. Limbering is important. Stretching is important. Strengthening is just to activate your muscles, and do not forget your centering. Now, if you don't know what that is, cardio is just get a groovy song, do running, jumping jacks, jumps, just get anything, do any cardio. I think everyone knows what cardio is. Cardio strengthening. This can be abs. It can be legs. It can be push-ups. Just do a song of each, except stretching. Stretching, you can take your time in limbering. Limbering is loosening all the joints, so you can do swings, you can do kicks back and forth, you can roll up, roll down, you can plie, just get all your joints loose because there's nothing worse than getting an injury on stage. But I'll get to the injury on stage point now. You can loosen everything, and that's limbering. Then you get to stretching. just if you know you need to do a beautiful front left split jump or split leap in ISTD, don't forget to stretch that. Don't start focusing on stuff that you don't need. Like if you know you're not going to do the middle splits, don't stretch the middle splits first. First stretch everything you are certain you need, like your kicks, your split. If you need to do a split, your split. If your back needs to do a back bend, your back is important. If your shoulders are tense, stretch your shoulders. If your neck's tense, stretch your neck. Stretch everything you are certain you need before, and then if you still have time, stretch other stuff if you want to. And then there's also centering. This is just rising, closing your eyes, trying to get in touch with yourself, looking right to left, plying, do everything on. Just try and find your brain and connect it with your body, because the worst thing is your brain isn't working and your body just goes, and yes. Just on another note, I realized this video started off as dance, drama and singing, but ended up as dance. If you need to sing, do a vocal warm-up. If you need to drama, do a drama warm-up. Also, this is super helpful for me because I always rush my routines. If you know you rush your routines, practice it almost a millibeat too slow. So still get it right, because otherwise your teachers are going to be angry. But if you practice at home, practice it like a millibeat too slow, so that when you're on stage you don't rush. On stage and rushing, if you do mess up, nobody knows the choreography unless your teachers do. Have your parents or whoever's watching sat with you every rehearsal and watched you? No, they don't know the choreography. The groups are difficult, but try and blend into the group. Just, if you mess up, do a ball change, a kick, do whatever you need to do to get back to where you remember. Do not freak out and run off the stage and cry. That just makes you look bad. As also, the rushing things is because of adrenaline. I know, when you stand backstage, I can feel the butterflies, the good butterflies. Hairspray. Okay, now I'm getting on tangents. You stand backstage, you're nervous, you want to throw up, it's normal. You're standing there, you're nervous, you're not breathing correctly. As you get on that stage, the adrenaline hits you. You forget about your nervousness, you just get into it. You think your jumps are flying through the air, but they're actually the normal height. You think everything's overextended. This is why it's important to show, go into the performance, but do not forget how to dance. Land safely and jumps. Jump safely. Do back bend safely, do split safely, do everything safely. Because the worst thing is if you get an injury on stage and you can't do the next number. With injuries, I am guilty of dancing when I'm sick or doing a performance when I have an injury. But if it's really that serious, just don't do it. I mean, if you really have a serious injury, I know it sucks, but rather miss one show than the whole year. Okay? And I know I'm a culprit of dancing with injuries, but they've never been that serious. I just always downed some pain pills and went on stage and the adrenaline took over me. I don't know what else. Costumes. Be the person who has an extra pair of tights. Be that one. Be that person who has hairspray, who has the brush, who has the hair tie, who has the pins, who has the makeup, who has the leotard, who has the clothes, who has the water, be the person who's prepared. Because there's nothing worse than frantically running around searching for something you don't have, and you're stressing yourself out because you're thinking, I might not have it. So be like me, go through your quick changes, or go through your bag and make sure you have every single thing you need before you leave outside the door. Also, this isn't for performances after performance. Bring something comfortable to wear afterwards. There's nothing nicer than after you've performed, you're all sweaty, your hairspray, your makeup, and you just get into this comfortable sweatpants, or I used to wear onesies. Actually, I still have my performance onesie. Your onesie, your gown, and you just get into that and you're like, that's the best feeling. Unless in summer, then just wear shorts. But yeah, that's all I can think about right now. Let me think quickly. Is there anything else that's performance tips? No, I don't think so. I mean, yeah. Oh, make sure if it's a choreography competition, the person has the music, they have everything they need. Make sure everyone knows what you're doing. Don't just expect them to know what you're doing, because that's not how it works, okay? And also, don't get in other people's ways backstage. Keep yourself to yourself. And when it comes to quick changes, lay out and don't have your pants inside out, because that just wastes time and you still want to have a sip of water in between. Make sure before you go on stage, before the warm-up, everything is laid out, the shoelaces are untied, the ribbons are open, everything is just how it needs to be for you to change as quick as possible. And if it isn't a quick change, still do it, because then you can just take a moment to breathe and to come back to yourself and to focus. And Loki walked into his room, so I'm going to assume that's a sign that this video needs to stop. Sorry for how much of a hot mess it is. But this is just how I feel and my tips and what I do. And yeah. Oh, the last one. If you're wearing makeup, don't forget the falsies. It just brings everything. I can't, unless it's a waterfront performance and it's like an exam or something. I cannot perform without my false lashes. I love false lashes. Anyway, sorry for the hot mess of this video. I have a deadline and I need to fill it, and there's my dance friends talking to me. So I'm gonna go be nervous now and try and prepare myself for the show tonight. Please like the nerves if you did. Subscribe, because I'm a YouTuber and I have to ask. Turn on the notifications even though they don't work. Love you so much. Stay safe.